Hi, hello, welcome back to the series of Accountancy Chapter 1 Not Profit Organization. In this video, we are going to learn about 12 mark problem. So, before jumping into problem, this is OBC online business class. If you're still not subscribed, consider. We also have a Telegram channel. Go and check out. Links are given below. Okay, without further ado, let's start the 12 marks problem. Okay, first I will read out a problem. Prepare income and expenditure account and the balance sheet when the opening balance sheet is given in the question. So they're given balance sheet and the receipts and payment account. You need to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So okay, let us first analyze the question. Following are the balance sheet and the receipts and payment account of Sharda Education Society, Bangalore. A simple balance sheet is given here. Balance sheet as on 31st/3/2017. In liability side, they're given capital fund, audit fees outstanding, and in asset side, cash at hand, maps and charts, 5% government bonds, subscriptions outstanding, furnitures. We already know the capital fund is a mixture of a surplus, donation, and opening balance. These are all included of last year's. That's grouped as capital fund. So that's capital fund. Outstanding fees, they're yet to pay an outstanding fees for the audit. So that's an audit fees. Next is cash in hand. We already know that's an opening balance for receipts and payment account. Next is maps and charts. Maps and charts are a capital in nature because it's an education society. Imagine that's probably a school or college. They won't purchase maps and charts every now and then. Once they invest in maps or charts, they're just like assets. So that will be considered as assets. 5% government bonds. On government bond, they're getting 5% interest. So in receipts, you have to make an entry of interest on government bonds. So we'll discuss about that. Subscription outstanding. So here there's an outstanding subscription in the last year balance sheet, 1000 rupees. Furniture 3250. So these are all given in the balance sheet, very simple balance sheet. Next in the question, they are given receipts and payment account for the year ending 31st/3/2018. So in the receipt side, they are given two balance brought down. Like I said, the last year balance sheet cash in hand becomes two balance brought down. So that is 2050. Next, by subscription, they are given this year they got 20,500 as a subscription for a particular year, so they're recorded. Next, to donation. From donation, they're getting 2,500 rupees for this year. To interest on government bonds. So to interest on government bonds, like I said, they purchased government bond just like an investment. They're getting a 5% on that. So out of 31,000, you're getting only 850. You need to calculate here because you can't blindly go with the amount they're given. See here, for 31,000, 5% means it will become 1,550, but they are only given 850. So remaining will be like outstanding. We'll talk about that next. So by audit fees, this year they paid audit fees 2,500 rupees, and we also have in the last year balance sheet, and we'll deduct from the last year balance sheet, and also we'll subtract if there are any outstanding balance sheet, if they're given any adjustment saying that outstanding audit fees in the adjustment. So we'll go through that. Next is by rent. They're paying rent 1,800 rupees, and by maps and charts, again this year they purchased 3,400 maps and charts. So they won't purchase the same. That 1,600 will be there, and this is a new charts and maps for 3,400. So that's an asset they're paid. By stationery and postages, they're spending. By salary to the employees, they're spending 8,000. By function, they're spending 1,050 rupees. So they organize some function, so they spend 1,050 for the particular thing. Next is by balance carry down. The remaining amount is called as balance carry down. So 8,900 rupees is the balance carry down for this receipts and payments account. So if we analyze this question, and next is moving on to adjustment part. Audit fees 2,500 due. So there is a due of audit fees. We'll be adding outstanding audit fees in income and expenditure account for the current year. Next is charge for 250 depreciation on the furniture. We need to charge 250 rupees as a depreciation. We'll charge. First we need to record in the expenditure side in the income and expenditure account. Then we'll be posting in the balance sheet. So half of the donation is to be considered as a revenue. So here they added a one new thing, that is half of the donation is to be considered as revenue. So half of the donation need to be entry in income side, because when we are discussing about income and expenditure account, we are not recording any capital expenditure here. But when they mention in the question saying that half of the donation should be capitalized or considered as revenue, like that, you need to entry in income side saying that donation has to be in the form of revenue. Half will be considered as revenue in the income side, that will be entry in the income and expenditure account. Next is outstanding subscription 2000 and subscription received in advance 1500. So outstanding subscription that should be added, outstanding subscription of adjustment should be added in income and expenditure account, and subscription received in advance, so that should be subtract, because that's not an income of current year, that should be subtracted. So simple question, very an average basic 12 mark question, very simple. So let us start with posting Sharda Education Society income and expenditure account. So start entering. Okay, Sharda Education Society Bangalore income and expenditure account for the year of 31st March 2018. Data is correct as put the format, and starting with the expenditure side. So first we have to go to the receipts and payments account. In the receipts and payment account, payment side, they paid audit fees, right? 2000 audit fees in inner column, because we have adjustment on audit fees outstanding, like that. So check out if there any audit fees outstanding is given in the last year balance sheet. Yes, they're given 2500. Subtract that, because that's the last year outstanding. So subtract it, you will get 0, that's nil. And add if there any amount given in the adjustment saying that audit fees outstanding still due, like that. Yes, they're given in adjustment, so we'll consider as an addition for that. So add 2500, and we don't have any outstanding audit fees or audit fees related entries, so we'll post to outer column 2500 rupees. Next, by rent 1800 rupees. Yes, okay, we don't have any entries here, just post as it is to rent. By rent 1800. By maps and charts 3400. This will be considered as capital in nature, so we are not posting it in income and expenditure account, we'll be directly posting in balance sheet, so skip that maps and charts. Next, by stationery and postage, post stationery and postages 250 rupees. Next is by salary, again there is no entry, just post as it is 8000. By function 1050, just post 1050 function. Next is here we cleared all the payments. Check whether in adjustment they have given any payment entries. So they said 250 rupees depreciation on furniture, that's an expense, so post depreciation on furniture. Depreciation won't be considered in receipts and payment account, but in income and expenditure account we'll be posting. So we have recorded all the expenses item. We're moving on to the income side item. Starting from receipts and payment account, we won't be recording balance brought down, because there is no entry regarding balance and closing. We should not record any opening balance or closing balance in the income and expenditure account. So we'll be directly moving on to the next, to subscription 20,500. So write by subscription 20,500 in inner column, because we have outstanding subscription in the adjustment and subscription received in advance, like that. And also in the balance sheet we have subscription outstanding 1000 rupees, so we need to add, subtract, minus, like that. Okay, first is first, we have to subtract outstanding subscription of last year that is given in the balance sheet of last year. Subtract of 1000 rupees from that, so you'll get 19,500. Next is subtract if any advance, like this, subscription received in advance 1500, that's not a current year income, so that will be subtracted. So subtract 1500 received in advance, so subscription received in advance for the next year, so that is 1500 subtracted, because that's not a current year income, so 18,000 remaining balance. And then add outstanding rupees 2000, that's a current year income, so add 2000 rupees, then again it will become 20,000. So next, moving on to receipts and payment account. Next entry is to donation. Okay, there is an adjustment for the donation. So what is that? That is half of the donation is to be considered as a revenue. So donation is 2,500 rupees, and we'll be recording 1250, because half of that means half of the 2500 means 1250 rupees. Next, interest on government bonds. Yes, there is a tricky part here. The interest on government bond, as we discussed, that should be 1550, because if you divide 31,000 divided by 5%, that is 5 by 100, you'll get 1550, but you are only getting 850 rupees as interest on government bonds. So remaining will be like outstanding. You need to enter both. You need to enter saying that by interest on government bonds in a column 850 rupees plus outstanding interest on government bonds 700 rupees. Add it up and write it in outer column saying that 1550. So simple, quite tricky but simple. Next is finding surplus or deficit. Add all the income side item first, you'll get 20,800 rupees, and subtract all expenditure side item, you'll get 8,950 rupees as a surplus. That means you're getting profit. You should not say that's a profit, we have to say that's a surplus. That means excess of income when you compare to expenses. Okay, now moving on to the balance sheet, a simple balance sheet again. First of all, we'll start from the asset side. So first is first, you need to write cash in hand. So the cash in hand is 8,900, that is given in the receipts and payment account. So just write 8,900, that is cash in hand. Balance carried on is nothing but cash in hand. Next is maps and charts. They purchased twice. From last year they purchased 1,600 plus this year they purchased 3,400. Just add it up, then post it in outer column balance sheet, 5,000 rupees. Next is 5% government bonds. 5% government bonds, 31,000 is there. At 31,000, outstanding on government bonds, that is 700 rupees. Interest on government bond is already reflected in receipts and payment account, 850 rupees. So you should not enter that 850 rupees. You should only write the outstanding interest on government bond. So that is 700. Just add the 700 for that 31,000 and the 700 next. Next, furniture is there, 3,250 furniture is there given. Just subtract, because we already posted depreciation for the furniture. Subtract 3,250 minus 250, that is 3,000. And the last is outstanding subscription is there, but we should only post outstanding subscription of current year. So outstanding subscription of 2,000 rupees, that's the only item we are posting. The next is under capital fund, we are posting some items. Opening balance, that is 36,400, that's last year capital fund, 36,400. We'll be posting opening balance in inner column, plus surplus of income and expenditure account, what we got an answer of 8,950, plus donation capitalized, plus we need to add the half of the donation has to be capitalized, so that will be considered as capital fund. So add it 1,250, that will become 46,600. Moving on to next entry, that is audit fees of current year. So audit fees, they're given in adjustment, that entry should be posted in the balance sheet, so 2,500. Next is, and the last one is subscription received in advance. That's an income paid in this year but income of next year, so that will be deducted in income and expenditure account, 1,500 rupees, but that should be added in the liability side. Subscription received in advance, 1,500 rupees. If you go through now, adding all the assets and liability items, it should tally. So very simple basic sum. Initially we are doing quite a bit slow because this is the first 12 marks question we discussed. As we go on, we'll discuss advanced sums, advanced adjustments, or much more interesting, or however a simple sum and the simple answer for this. So if you have any doubts regarding this question, just post a comment. I think I tried solving as much as easy as possible. So if you like this video, hit like and share with your friends, and thank you for tuning in. See you in the next series. Bye.